Distorted feminine energy projected outwardly, also known as why some people try to punish in you what they have abandoned in themselves. This is one that's going to make people either sit in silence or get triggered and unsubscribe, which means it's probably exactly what needs to be said. Welcome to part 5, the distorted feminine energy. Let's go deeper. Because sometimes people are not reacting to you. They're reacting to the feminine energy within themselves that they do not trust, respect, or know how to hold. And when somebody has rejected their own inner feminine, they will often try to distort, dominate, sexualize, shame, or destroy it everywhere they see it externally. That includes you. What distorted feminine energy looks like. Let's make this plain. Distorted feminine energy is not softness. It is not intuition. It is not emotional depth. It is not sensuality. It is not vulnerability. That's not what distortion is. Distorted feminine energy looks like emotional manipulation, seduction without truth, dependency, victim identity, chaos, confusion, jealousy, control through emotional instability, and lack of boundaries. So when someone is deeply disconnected from their feminine within themselves, they don't just struggle internally. They start creating those same distortions in their relationships, their sexuality, their communication, and their perception. Why they project it onto you. Now, here's the part some people miss. When someone has not integrated their own feminine energy, they often project it outward onto whoever activates it. That's important. You have to activate it. So if you are emotionally aware, intuitive, expressive, self-possessed, sensual, creative, spiritually open, and simply hard to control, guess what? You become the target. Not because you did anything wrong, but because your existence is confronting what they have rejected in themselves. And instead of integrating it, they try to diminish it, shame it, sexualize it, destabilize it, or dominate it. That is projection. I can tell you this because I just experienced this for almost 5 years. This is also why the feminine often gets sexualized when she can't be controlled. Because when someone does not know how to honor feminine energy, they reduce it to body, seduction, access, possession, or performance. Now they are not relating to your essence. They are relating to what they think they can extract from you. And if they cannot control your mind, they may try to control your body. This is why they have to keep you disconnected from your body. You're easier to control. If they cannot dominate your spirit, they may try to reduce you to your sexuality. That is not desire. That is distortion. And too many people have mistaken that for attraction. How distorted feminine energy shows up in women too, not only in men. And let me make this clear. It not only shows up in men, women can also project distorted feminine energy. Here is what it looks like. Covert competition, manipulation through emotion, victimhood as identity, envy, false softness, indirect aggression, or using healing language to avoid accountability. So this is not about a blaming one gender. This is about recognizing what happens when the feminine is wounded instead of integrated. Because unhealed energy does not care about the label, it will still distort your relationships. Why this feels so confusing when you are on the receiving end of it. Because you feel like, why are they so obsessed with me? Why are they trying to control me? Why do they keep sexualizing me? Why do they resent me and desire me at the same time? Because projection is contradictory. They can be drawn to you, intimidated by you, turned on by you, angry at you, and threatened by you all at once. That is what happens when someone is interacting with you through an unresolved inner split. And if you personalize that, you will lose yourself trying to make sense of the chaos. Now, how do you stop becoming a target for it? You become less of a target when you become less available for people who need you to shrink in order to feel stable. You stop trying to be digestible to people who are committed to misunderstanding how powerful you are. You stop explaining your light to people who only know how to interact with distortion. And most importantly, you stop abandoning your own feminine energy just because somebody else cannot hold it. Because the second you betray your softness, your own intuition, and your own sensuality, your own emotional truth, projection has already started winning. The real healing is not just avoiding narcissists. The real healing is learning how to recognize distortion quickly. Stop romanticizing projection. Hold your boundaries. Trust your body. And stop handing sacred access to people who only know how to consume. That is where the feminine becomes powerful again. Not because she is louder, but because she is no longer available for misuse. So if they try to distort, shame, sexualize, control, or diminish you, understand this. They were not just reacting to you. They were reacting to the parts of themselves they abandoned a long time ago. And your presence made it impossible to ignore. You became the activator. If this hit, stay with me. Because in part 6, I'm going into how to stop carrying other people's projections and what it actually takes to reclaim your energy fully. Follow, rate the show with 5 stars, people.